Yeah, I feel like this story is worse than the Shaquella Robinson story by miles. Just when you think that friends can't get any lower, they beat it by leaps and bounds. Look at these rough and tumble friends. And the reason why I'm doing this story is the mother is now pleading with people not to share the video or send it to the family. It's crazy that we have to tell, like the parents and family have to tell people not to send them these graphic videos. But okay, let me get into this. Let me just put the intro up. If I took a chance, it's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow. I think I'll chew it. Okay, the truth is very hard to swallow in this story. The situation that plays out, what I'm going to read to you, is going to be very, graphic. It's going to be very detailed, and it's going to show you why a lot of people nowadays would rather stay home and be solo than to have friends. Like we thought that when we heard Shaquella's story, we couldn't hear anything worse. It's worse. This is the story of Mahogany Jackson and why people are calling for justice and the death penalty for all 8 individuals. So let me not waste no time. Let's get into this. This is horrible. This story is really horrible. I don't know. So Birmingham, Alabama, Monday morning, 5 out of the 8 suspects were in court for their initial appearance under this law. So Tasia Lewis, McCall, who's another one, Blair Green, Giovanni Clapp, Aaron, these names. Robinson, who's 23. Okay, so 25-year-old, 23-year-old, a 25-year-old, a 23-year-old, and another 23-year-old were in the judges, were in Judge Davis's courtroom for the bond hearing for the unaliving and kidnapping of Mahogany Jackson. Birmingham Police Homicide Detective Mark Green was the state's only witness who described what he saw in 5 videos recorded by these suspects. You thought when you saw 2 videos from Shaquella, no, there is 5 videos, and some of them are circulating on the internet, on Facebook, and wherever. And people are saying this, well, I'm just going to get to that part later. Okay, so he says the 20-year-old mother initially came to the house of another suspect, Brandon Poe, who's 24, thinking she was about to hang out with friends. Do you look at this picture of the friends? Okay. But according to the prosecutor, that's where one video picked up, showing her outside naked. This is another Shaquella situation with Lewis on top of her, assaulting her, while McCall can be seen kicking her, Green says. A short moment after that, McCall can be heard saying, "Put her in the trunk." They believe that was when she was taken to another location, an apartment Lewis and McCall shared. The violent acts there was recorded as well. Investigators say Jackson could be seen naked and handcuffed while she was being beaten, slapped, spat on, and also pistol whipped. They recovered 2 weapons, but they are still collecting evidence to determine which one was used as the murder weapon. Green says they also have all suspects' cell phones and are working to go through those for evidence to determine a correct timeline. Police say they know Jackson contacted her family the morning of February 25th, shortly at 8 a.m., saying, "I've been kidnapped. Send help. Don't call." The following morning, Jackson's body was found with a single gunshot wound to the back of the head. Detectives say she was found at an illegal dumping site at Cedar Avenue and 17th Street Southwest. One attorney described it as a dead man road. Another disturbing fact in this case is officers say she was forced to perform acts with a weapon pointed to the back of her head. Some of the suspects even recorded these horrific, atrocious acts, and the videos were posted on social media. Detectives Green says on the videos, the suspects can be heard telling Jackson she's going to be unalived. Mahogany's family, including her mother, Gail Maddox, were present at today's hearing, and you can hear them getting emotional as details were shared. Jefferson County District Attorney Danny Carr met with them afterwards. They are shaken. It's one thing to hear a lot of chatter out there, but to be in a formal setting and hear what happened in detail to a loved one like that could be very disheartening, obviously. I talked to a family member today, the ones who were here, and encouraged them. Many of the defendants' attorneys requested a bond for these suspects, stating some of them had nothing to do with Mahogany Jackson's passing. Judge Davis denied these requests and said they all played a role, and that keeping them behind bars would be best for the community. Now, Maghogany Jackson's mother pleads for spread of the video showing her daughter's unalive, her treatment of torture and abuse to the end. We are suffering enough. The family of the young Birmingham woman who was brutally assaulted and unalived by several people that she thought were her friends is asking for people to stop spreading videos of the gruesome attack online. Police announced on Thursday that 7 people had been arrested in connection with the charges of the kidnapping, the assault, and the unaliving of a 20-year-old Maghogany Jackson. This is there was one other person too that got arrested, so it was 8. Jackson went missing on Sunday, February 25th, after sending her family members text messages that she was being held hostage at an apartment complex. Birmingham police and her family rushed to this Serenity, ain't nothing Serenity about them apartments, that morning, but she was nowhere to be found. Police questioned a woman in one unit who Jackson knew. She told authorities Jackson left the apartment earlier, but didn't know where she went. That woman was among the 7 people now charged with her murder. Then early morning, someone found Jackson's body in an illegal dumping site under a mattress. Authorities discovered she had been a single weapon used, and it was used to the back of her head. Early reports show she was found on the roadside. Now, 4 men, 3 women are in custody, but now, at this point, it is more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 men and 3 women now. Oh my gosh. Have now been charged. Then earlier Monday morning, somebody found Jackson's body in an illegal dumping site under a mattress. Authorities discovered she had been powwowed 1 time. Brandon Poe, 24, Francis Harris, 25, Jeremy McDowell, 18, were charged with capital murder during a first-degree kidnapping and capital murder during first-degree sodomy. Giovanni Clapp, 23, and Blair Green, 25, faced felony murder charges as well as first-degree kidnapping and first-degree sodomy. Taja Lewis, 26, is charged with felony capital murder during first-degree kidnapping. Lewis was the woman police questioned at the apartment complex who claimed she didn't know Jackson's whereabouts. Now, another one is Cynthia McCall, 23, is charged with felony murder, first-degree kidnapping, and first-degree sodomy. Ariana Robinson, 23, is charged with felony murder and kidnapping. Lewis and Clapp also face a second-degree assault charge for reportedly, weapon whipping Jackson in the video. A number of disturbing videos show Jackson being physically and intimately assaulted while she was being held against her will, were posted online and even sent to her family members. Jackson's mother, Gail, posted a plea on Facebook asking for people to stop messaging her about these recordings. Please, I'm begging you all, don't send us any videos. We are suffering enough. That's my child. Please stop. I can't take it. In a press conference, Birmingham Police Chief Scott Thurman said Jackson's murder was more hideous than most he had seen during his time as a homicide investigator. The facts of this case are deplorable, sickening, sadness of all. They were made public by the suspect's decision to videotape portions of this horrific act. It was absolutely disgusting. Investigators haven't released a motive for the crime, but believe they apprehended all the suspects involved in Mahogany's case. They also believe all the suspects know each other. Lewis and Jackson had an ongoing dispute over something previously taken from Lewis's apartment. Thurman said police wouldn't be releasing too many details about the case, but they know Jackson was intimately assaulted and taken to several locations during her abduction. The actions displayed by these defendants were barbaric and had no place in society. Jefferson County District Attorney, it says, the senseless and inhumane treatment perpetrated on young Maghogany Jackson was very disturbing and violent. Family members hosted a vigil after the charges were announced at the apartment complex, where the 20-year-old mother was held captive. Everybody that knew her knew she didn't play, and they knew she was full of love behind all that toughness she had. She had a big heart. Rest in peace, Maghogany Jackson. This is why I just stay by myself. Sometimes it's better. It be the ones that be closest to you that hurt you. Sometimes it could be family. Sometimes it could be a lover, a husband, a wife, a girlfriend. And sometimes it could be your best friend. Y'all, be careful out here. Because I don't know what's going on, but this world is a cold-ass place. And some people just don't give a damn. Y'all comment below and let me know what y'all think. This is way worse than Shaquilla's story. It's just sad. They took this 20-year-old girl's life who's a mother for what? Over an item. Ciao.
What happened if I took a chance? It's all